What's going on, guys? It's LtBuzzLitebeer, and in today's division video, I wanted to again bring you some more Update 1.6.1 proposed meta changes. Today, I wanted to focus in on one of the larger changes, which will be to the Nimble Holster and how it will be reworked for Update 1.6.1. For the footage in this video, I will be jumping between our current Update 1.6 version of Nimble, featured on the left side of the screen, and then contrasting it against what it looks and functions like on the Update 1.6.1 PC PTS, featured on the right side of the screen. In my opinion, Nimble is one of, if not the best high-end gear talent currently in the game, as it is such a versatile and powerful gear talent. Having the ability to heal yourself without cooldown or through the use of skills or medkits is an extremely powerful tool for agents in a hectic firefight. However, there has been enough of an outcry from the player base that the devs have decided to rework Nimble for our upcoming update 1.6.1. For Last Stand, matches have been plagued by players abusing the Nimble Holster in conjunction with the Evasive Action talent, which for a player performing a cover-to-cover move, incoming damage is reduced by 30%. A player with Final Measure gear, Nimble Holster, and the Evasive Action talent could effectively spawn camp the enemy team's home spawn and stay alive indefinitely through the use of cover-to-cover moves. Simply shooting at the offending player was not enough to down them while they were performing their cover-to-cover runs, and grenades would be soaked up by Final Measure. It would take a full squad of players to coordinate a succession of grenades to finally end the spawn camper's reign of terror, and it really was detracting from the balance of Last Stand matches. To understand the Nimble gear talent, you first need to know the gear talent definition itself and then see it in practical applications. The Nimble talent states that while doing a cover-to-cover move in combat, you heal 2% of your max health for every 1 meter run, so effectively the further cover-to-cover move you perform, the more healing you receive. However, even short cover-to-cover bursts are extremely strong in terms of healing, and for high-level PvE work, Nimble is almost a necessity. Cover-to-cover moves are performed by first entering cover and then pointing your player's line of sight towards another piece of cover. Once you have chosen your new cover, simply press and hold your platform's button to perform the cover-to-cover move, and your player will move in a tactical sprint of sorts to the new piece of cover. Once you attach to your new chosen piece of cover, the Nimble healing effect instantly kicks in and awards you the distance covered healing ratio. You are not required to stay in cover to receive the full Nimble healing bonus, just that you reach your destination and for a brief moment attached to said cover. Right now on the PC PTS, Nimble has been reworked in that it now applies healing over time in 4 ticks over 4 seconds as long as the player stays in the destination cover. Leaving cover will interrupt this effect, and the total amount of heal has been unchanged. So the two major changes to Nimble are that the healing is now applied over a period of 4 seconds instead of instantly, and that you must remain attached to cover for that healing period versus being able to instantly leave cover with the full healing effect. All in all, the changes to Nimble are not that sweeping and will only require players to stay attached to their destination cover for 4 seconds to receive the full effects of their cover-to-cover move. Now, since the division is labeled as a cover-based shooter, I can see the merits of this change, but overall, the new Nimble will still function just like the old Nimble. I think this is a case of a small portion of the player base screaming for changes, any changes to the PvP meta, and blindly focusing their wrath on Nimble. What this small but vocal portion of the player base failed to realize is that they needed to be specific with the devs as to what they felt was broken with the Nimble talent instead of just spouting out it needs to be nerfed. Hearing these cries, the massive devs did make changes to the Nimble gear talent, but instead of to the healing effect itself, they simply tweaked how the heal is applied. Well, now they have their wish. Nimble will be changed, and we will see if these changes were enough to make them happy, or will we simply be having this same Nimble discussion as we approach Update 1.7. As always, I would love to hear what you thought about my latest division video. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. In addition, if you could take the time to rate the video with a huge thumbs up, it would be greatly appreciated. In addition, if you want some more LtBuzzLitebeer and my YouTube content in your life, make sure to pound that sub button and follow me on Twitter at LtBuzzLitebeer. And remember, for my channel, likes, comments, subs are loved. Until my next division video, this has been LtBuzzLitebeer saying peace out.